Now, Professor Wole Soyinka has this advice to give concerning the trending drama that is going on in Nigeria, or that went down in Nigeria a few days ago in Rivers State. Because for me, that thing just was a drama, which so many people has really made us to understand that it is unconstitutional for such a thing to happen in Nigeria. You understand? A few days ago, the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, he said that the authors of this drama, I love what he said. He said that the authors of this drama, they really know what they are doing, but they are pretending that to be sleeping. You know that it's very hard to wake somebody that is pretending to be sleeping when the person is not sleeping. That they are pretending to be, but they know what they are doing. Now, Wole Soyinka on his own. So some people have been saying, this one is talking like this now. I don't understand. He said that this particular thing should be challenged. So in the other way, he's not trying to advise people or the governor of Rivers State that he should go and challenge this, because this is not constitutional for a president to do to an elected official in a state that is independent. You get the point now? But the thing is that, for me, for Fubara or anybody to go and say, let me go and challenge it because according to the constitution is not supposed to be, I think that person may be wasting his or her time. Though I heard that somebody have done it. That person may be wasting his or her time doing that. You get the point? Because, listen, for this thing not to happen, it must be for the National Assembly to approve it. They must have agreed between themselves to do that. Yes, because they unanimously agreed and passed what the president said without following the due process according to the constitution, by following the third blah 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 that's supposed to be followed. Now going to the court now, do you think that you have a different thing from that side? I'm not seeing anything possible happening from that side. But listen to him and hear what he have to say. I remain my humble self, the Eichmann. Peace and love. Make sure you follow, subscribe, and engage in this video. We move.
This situation is actually a few days old. I was watching what action will be taken by the House of Assembly, by Senate, and even by the affected politicians in Rivers State, whom I expect to be in the court by now, because above the above the president himself, there's the law. And I expect those who are affected to take the primary step. Let me confess that I was surprised at the ease with which this emergency law, that step, was applauded and passed. And then the critical question, even within the powers of a president on a democratic dispensation, there are areas of discretion. And you're quite right to point out this wholesale of everything to government. I think that's an over excessive response within the rights and the powers. We're assuming now, let's say that the president is constitutionally right, but within his powers, there are also areas of discretion. And I think that the wholesale scuttling of the democratic existence in the rivers was excessive. I think it could have been managed much better, much more economically. I think the president did not sort of curb the extent. He didn't economize on his presidential emergency powers. On that issue, I agree with you absolutely. There's an issue of the Constitution. Is the president's action constitutional? And I hope the affected politicians, governor and representatives, that they test this all the way up so that we get a clearer picture once and for all. Instead of running around in circles from regime to regime, it should be possible by now for one to be able to say confidently that this action is unconstitutional or otherwise. So for now, I think we can leave it to the constitutional lawyers to guide us. Now, the next question is it politically wise? In my view, this takes us on a slippery slope. It's not what I would have liked to see happen right now, with all our struggle to attain a federal structure. The spirit of it, in my view, is contrary to the spirit of federalism. Now, I spoke very carefully and deliberately, because this does not vitiate maybe the rightness of the action. It does not establish the wrongness. But with my commitment to a genuine federal structure, when an event like this happens, I say we're back on the slippery slope. And I hope that it is tested all the way, because as I've said, we've been through this before under different regimes. So either we have a decentralized federalist structure, or we have a quasi-dictatorial, whimsical kind of government which just panders to the political leaning of whoever happens to be in charge at the moment. So that's my take on it. Obviously, I'm going to go deeper and find out just what on earth has been going on in the real estate that led to this, what I consider an unfortunate step in our federal